Hi, I'm Lindy, and if you're new to my channel, I want to say thank you for coming to see me. Hi. So I don't take myself too seriously. Dealing with my homies. Health and the health of my kids are the only things I really take too seriously, and the health of the environment. We've got to take care of the earth for it to be able to take care of us. My hair doesn't get brushed unless there's a special occasion, but otherwise, that special occasion probably isn't even the doctor's. I mean, like a real special occasion. So today's video is inspired by I posted some before and after pictures of myself on Facebook. Like, people were amazed and wanted to know how I was doing it, so I kind of decided to take you all along on my journey. Maybe the information I'm learning can help someone else, because I love to help people and give information. Whatever I'm doing might not be good for you, but maybe it is. Maybe you learn something. Maybe I learned something from you. Who knows? A few months ago, I started cooking for my neighbor who has cancer, and I did some research and was reading about what food can do to help heal cancer. And I've been cooking for him, and he loves my food. A lot of it's plant-based. Do you like Mommy's new style of cooking?
Kinda.
Kinda?
Yeah.
It's good. It's what?
It's good.
Good. What was your favorite?
Tacos.
Oh, tacos. Well, there we go. It's Taco Tuesday just about every day. And what about River? But today I'm going to make kind of a mixture of plant-based and frozen yogurt. So plant-based ice cream, frozen yogurt. I'm going to experiment, screw things up just like I always do. We'll see how it turns out, and maybe we'll both learn something. On to the video. So my kitchen's nothing fancy. I really don't have much room to work with. This stuff will end up going in my compost. If you don't know why it's important to compost, please read about it. We have to take care of the earth so that the earth can take care of us. Soil degradation is very serious. And I got my cashews soaking for some homemade cashew oat milk later. I'm all decked out in my Lucy stuff. In here, I've already taken the liberty of putting in about 1.5 cups of 10% milk fat Cabot Greek yogurt. And I kind of am going off of 2 different recipes here. This obviously won't be vegan, but I used a plant-based recipe and a frozen yogurt recipe, and I'm just going to see what I can screw up. I've also used a So Delicious coconut milk. It's a shelf-stable organic coconut milk. There's about 3/4 or so, give or take. I don't really measure anything. I just eyeball it. Cup of coconut milk in there, and then about 2 teaspoons-ish of Sprouts cashew butter. The recipe called for about 1/4 cup of honey. I like using maple syrup because it's vegan and it's all natural, but I don't have that much maple syrup. So I'm kind of going to do a combination of the two, eyeball it. Now, I'm making more than the original recipe I looked at, so I'm going to put a little bit more than it called for. But I can put mix-ins. If I want to add cocoa powder, I could do that to make a chocolate ice cream. But I'll add mix-ins later, like chocolate chips. If he wants Reese cups, he can put in some Reese cups. Whatever. Since this is for my neighbor and the kids, we'll kind of just make a sundae, a fun sundae out of it. Usually for the kids, I'm adding fruit. And I might let them have some of my homemade chocolate syrup on it, which is super easy to make. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. But either way. So we just put this all in the food processor. It's supposed to be pretty easy. Let's see what happens. I'm not a chef. I'm just a regular old person in a little tiny kitchen trying to make delicious food. Oh, I forgot something. How about that? I'm going to use a couple things. So the recipe called for vanilla, but I'm going to add some almond extract too, just because I'm sure it's quite delicious. pure vanilla extract. Some kinds are better than others, but someone got this for me, and I don't waste things, so I'm gonna use it. We got some Food Lion pure vanilla extract. Put a little bit of that in there. I just kind of eyeball it from the thing here. You can also use vanilla beans, vanilla paste. Now, I'm putting less vanilla, but I'm also going to put a coconut extract, an almond extract. I bought them for other recipes one time when I followed recipes. And I have them, and they add good flavor, so I'm going to add them. So I'm putting coconut extract in there, and I'm going to put some almond extract. Now, this stuff is pretty strong. It goes a very, very long way. So when I say you only need like a quarter of a teaspoon, like I mean a couple drips, not even a quarter of a teaspoon, like a 1/16 or something. Like it really affects the flavor. It sweetens it, and it's pretty strong. Eating plants is how our bodies were naturally designed to thrive. So whole grains, fruits. Now you can pulse it in your food processor. And due to some recent health circumstances, I can't really exercise like I used to. So I have to really be careful with what I put in my body. My body is changing. You know, our bodies are all different, and the weight is going to be what it is. But if we're only putting all natural whole ingredients in our body's naturally going to be the size that it's supposed to be. Still got to watch your fat intake and try and limit it as much as possible. Really, if it's all natural and it's a whole ingredient and organic, it's healthy for your body, and your body's going to be the size it's supposed to be. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Let's see. What do you think?
Ice cream is as good as fire.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to waste any of this deliciousness. But I do want to lick this. So delicious. All right, now that's the hard part. Let's see how much this gave me. I got something else to lick. How many licks does it take to get to this and the other? Let's leave that over here to be licked. The kids can lick it. I hope this is big enough. I really don't like dirty in more than one dish. And it ain't because I'm too lazy to wash it. Well, that's partly because I'm too lazy to wash it. But because I'm wasting water and I'm wasting dish soap. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. I'm going to figure out how to make my own soap that's better for the environment. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. Everybody can figure that out. All the information's on there, on the internet. The internet's amazing. You got to make the choice to want to do better. I started this journey because I was having a lot of health problems. Like I hurt my neck. I need surgery. And a friend of mine, like they were trying to help me and gave me some information about healthier lifestyle. And I started doing my own research because I have a hard time listening to people when they tell me things. I got to learn for myself. I encourage it. Learn for yourself. Don't listen to me. Do what's best for you. Make sure you're educated. I started reading about like what we're doing to the soil. What we're doing to the soil by only taking and not giving back to the earth is serious. My kids and their kids might not be able to plant crops and sustain themselves. I'm here to give my kids the best life possible. Food's already expensive. I'm worried that my children won't be able to afford to eat. That's a scary thought. You may be here to do something different, but I want my children to have the best opportunity to thrive. So I have to do my part to help the earth thrive and help my kids thrive. And if they can't buy food, then how to make it out of whatever they have, whether that be leftovers, not wasting resources, because who knows if they'll be able to get them again. If they cannot buy what they need, they got to be able to use what they can get their hands on. And they have to be willing to do that. Willing to learn how to do that. In order for me to teach them, I got to learn how to do it. Trying to reduce my carbon footprint. the negative impact I have on the earth as much as I possibly can. If everybody does a little bit, then that will be that much better. Anyway, ice cream or yogurt or whatever goes into the freezer, and in about an hour or so I'm gonna like mix it, and an hour after that I'll mix it again. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see if it's kid approved or not, and see if my neighbor really likes it. So we'll find out. See you in a little while. In about 2 hours, we took the ice cream out of the freezer, and the middle was still like a yogurt consistency, and you can see some of it is stuck to the top. Now, the reason why you have to mix it in between before it's completely frozen is because all the fat will go to one spot, and then all the liquid will congregate, and it just won't work right. So we're mixing it all up. I'll get the other side mixed in there, and then we'll put it back in the freezer. But you could technically eat it like this, but it's so good. We tasted it. Kid tested, mom approved. What do you think?
It's good.
All right, Mr. Mike, what do you think?
Ice cream is as good as Breyers.
Good as Breyers.
It's creamy, it's rich, nice flavor, and of course the strawberries make it. Your strawberries.
There you go. Right, Riv?
It is good.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
Good.
Well, there you have it. An ice cream that's as good as Breyers, apparently. Would have been my brand of comparison, but to each their own. If I can save that man some heartache and save his health a little bit and still give him the pleasure of eating his ice cream, then I'll do that. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope you learned something. The second video of my new channel, we'll see. I don't even have a name for it yet. If you have an idea of what I should call it, please leave it in the comments for me, because I don't have a clue right now. I'm just kind of taking y'all on my journey to health. I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments, whatever. Let's see what I can mess up next time. Until then, bye. Breyers, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Breyers. I'm so short, vertically challenged, and perfect in every way. Good things come in small packages, even low fat packages.